Texting me. What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Bridge Now. I feel like busting loose. Give me the bridge now. I feel like busting loose now. Only because in boxing, one punch can change it, no matter who you are, no matter how good you are.
I love her because she from the hood though. From the hood though. She like really from the hood.
Loose make you feel fine. Talking about busting loose.
That Scott said Nate will never live that down. No, he won't. But it's not about it's about how he gets up.
They doing that. They doing that Wakanda scene when they was just like,
It's about your heart because you can get knocked down so many times and people can make fun of you, but it's about their resilience.
Ooh-wee. What's up? Happy Thursday, y'all. What's going on?
Hey, you tell me what's going on. Everything is going on, man. And everything is not going on.
Well, welcome to Ringside, y'all.
I'm happy to be here because, man, I got my glasses on today. You want to know why I got my glasses on today? You want to know why I got my glasses on today?
Why you got your glasses on, Prince?
Because I'm making it do what it do, baby. Yeah.
I heard there's some conversations that need to happen.
Hey.
Consequences and repercussions that's going on today.
Hey, look, y'all tune in to Ringside today because we are here and we're ready to share a little bit of everything. Y'all can see I got my glasses on. I'm not making no eye contact. I'm about to go in.
I see you, Sin. Sin Walker came in talking about these Cowboys. What they say? Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me,
asking me.
Are you still them boys? We gonna get to that though. Yeah, baby.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing this beautiful Thursday? Look, welcome to Ringside with Ray and Prince. We are happy to be here to drop some jewels on you, to entertain you, to empower you, and to educate you. Let you know what's going on in the sports world. And let's just talk about it because we're going to talk about what the other people are not talking about. So today, Ray, give us a rundown for what people can expect.
Man, y'all can expect some NBA and WNBA talk, of course, as we got to talk about the Boston Celtics and Ime Udoka. There is all kinds of stuff coming out, everybody running their mouth, talking about what it is and what it ain't. So we're going to address that. We are going to talk about ESPN and Malika Andrews. Things that's happening over there. Wow. We're going to talk about LeBron James being a new owner of the Major League Pickleball. This man just putting his hands in everything that make money. If he see it and is doing it, he going to do what it do.
Right.
Baseball, we got Aaron Judge who hits his 61st home run. He ties Roger Maris and in baseball records, and the man has surpassed Babe Ruth, so he's doing his thing.
Hey.
Little NCAA football. We had a blowout. A blowout. Stephen S. Austin, a Division I football team, decided to go play Warner University, and it got out of hand real quick. They almost flipped the scoreboard on them, so we'll talk about that. Woo! Yeah, we got the UFC, we got boxing, of course. We got the new phone book, both MMA that they're doing. They sitting there in a little red European phone booth and just fighting. So, man, it's crazy. You got, Tyson Fury still calling everybody out. You got Jake Paul coming up. I mean, it's a lot going on in MMA and boxing. We got to talk about the NFL, of course. Leading the pathway is Mr. Brett Favre, and new things coming out about him and his volleyball daughter court that he used welfare check money to purchase.
Look, we're not going to start talking about Brett Favre. We can't stop talking about Brett Favre.
We can't.
You got to. Somebody got. If ESPN not going to do it, the other media outlets have to do it.
Somebody got to talk about Brett Favre.
Hey, there we go. Somebody got to say something about it.
Then we got our picks. We got our picks. And so and talking about what's happening within the NFL and certain teams that's just defying all odds and coming out and doing what they do, in light of everybody else. You got certain teams that's just making plays.
Yes, exactly. He must be trying to call a law. The law is the law. Exactly.
Absolutely. If this man there's a lot going on there. So let's turn up first, Prince. Let's start talking about, because I know you got your shades on, because you want to be you don't want to be Stevie Wonder to this whole situation. You want to talk about what's going on with your man up in Boston, Ime Udoka. And what's happening right out there. So tell the people what's going on, man. Tell the people how you feeling about that situation.
Man, I had to wear my glasses today because it's time for me to go in. It's time for me to go in because when news comes out, everybody casts judgment. I'm talking about right away, like some busy bees, and we don't even know the whole story. And this information came out last Thursday, and we purposefully made sure that we did not talk about it because it was new, it was fresh, and we just wanted to see how the spaghetti was going to land on the wall, man. So, with that being said, when this situation happened in private, let me just make that clear. When this situation happened in private, it became a public matter. Now, with me doing my investigation and research, even though they didn't come out and tell me the whole thing, look, I already know where to go. And I'm just going to start off by just saying, man, first and foremost, the Boston Celtics and Ime Udoka, they had something beautiful going on. It's a beautiful relationship. It was a small time marriage, and lovely wife and life. Baby carriage, and this guy, this person that they hired, he has done a lot. Oh, I'm told somebody pregnant. Oh, Lord Jesus. I didn't know about the pregnancy, but, I'm going to get to it. It's going to lead up to it. So here we go. So let's get into it. So you have this organization, the Boston Celtics, right? Boston, everything in Boston. People know how Boston is, right? Mm-hmm. So it can be a bit biased sometimes, but that's the culture. So you have this basketball coach that comes in. He does a phenomenal job. He does what your GM, who was the previous coach, could not do. Could not take his team to the NBA championship finals. Got this coach comes in his first year. He does that. Look, now let me say this. Brad Stevenson, I think that's his name. That was a former coach. Mm-hmm. When he had his interview, he wasn't angry. He was mad at the fact that the whole work system is out of whack now. Like, come on, man, we're trying to win a championship over here. He says that they got to protect the people, but really what he was saying was like, man, this is all messed up. After 1 year, like, we can win a championship with this guy. That was his disposition. He wasn't mad. So Miss Malika Andrews, who took it the wrong way and said it was disgusting, and Malika, please stop. All right, so we're gonna come back to her. So let me go to this. So when this situation happened and it became public, which was a private matter, right? When it happened, what happened? First thing he said, it was consensual. Boom, he put that out there. All right, he let everybody know, hey, it's consensual. All right. So second thing is, when something happens in the workforce in a private matter, what makes you go and make it public? 1, humiliation. 2, some type of atonement. Oh, yes, some type of atonement. And 3, why would you suspend somebody for a whole year and not fire them? Well, 1, you'll suspend someone because you want to humiliate them. You want to make them look like they did something wrong. When in actuality, Udoka is human. When in actuality, he did something wrong, but he wasn't the only one in the wrong that did something wrong. Now, why do I say that? It's because it takes 2 to tangle. it takes two to tango. And when he said it was consensual, then that means that both parties agreed upon it. And if anybody doesn't know, the way that this all transpired was because the lady went outside to talk on her phone and did not know or was conscious of her Ring doorbell. So when she's outside talking to Coach and they talking about their sexcapades and all their good times, it is being recorded audibly on the Ring doorbell. And that's what blew up their spot, because they were playing the game and they knew the consequences to the game. And for a while they were not getting caught, but she was the one that stepped outside to take the phone call, to step outside in private, and not understanding that that Ring doorbell picked
her husband can hear that.
Her husband can hear that. Her husband heard that, and it tore him up in the inside, and it hurt his feelings. Now,
that's a cold game. to hear that on a Ring camera.
To hear that
you sitting there, who outside my door?
Right.
That's my wife. What you talking about? Oh, hell no. Nah.
Oh man. And the one thing as a husband you don't want is to catch your wife cheating or talking about what she did the night before, the other day, or how the man made her feel. Woo! I'm gonna tell you something, man. That will create an ulcer in your heart, in your soul, in
he said, I'm calling the boss of Celtics. I'm getting all y'all fired. I'm getting all y'all
fired. But see, this is the deal, though. So, what we've heard, that it's a senior vice president, and in whatever they have, maybe it could be finances, maybe it could be senior vice president and something else, but just from doing my research, there's a couple of things that kind of gave me the notion that, hey, this could possibly be the candidate. Why? Because I have some friends that's on the Boston Celtics, and so their social media page is still present. And they didn't delete anything. They're still talking. We're still talking. Like, what's going on? I made sure to ask him about what's going on in Boston, but what I realized is when I went to go and search for this one person that somebody threw out their name, I went to go search for them. Their LinkedIn page was deleted. Oh, it takes two, baby.
Game's changing. So it's a lot of conversation out here, man. You know, you even got Matt Barnes out here saying that he knows what's going on, and once everything comes out, that he may not ever get a job in the NBA again. So I mean, I don't understand. I don't know what that is that Matt Barnes is saying that transpired for to say that he wouldn't get a job in the NBA again. I mean, for something like that to happen, there has to be some crazy mischief. Maybe he was tapping the owner's wife or something too.
No.
Like, for him to say that, like Matt Barnes, like, dude, you're not the really one to come out and start talking about this kind of stuff, but you know, he does have a history with that kind of situation,
right?
But yeah, I mean, it's crazy for him to come out and put that out there without saying what it actually is.
Let me say this. So now, if you want to dig deeper, you got to go a little bit deeper into the last name and the lineage. The last name and the lineage. Yeah, she's married to someone. It was she's married to someone that has a certain level of social class, right? So you want to when you marry a different family, this is what other cultures do. Some people do this as well. Some cultures do this, but they marry into the money to maintain the wealth, right? And so you have to look at the last name and the last name that they're carrying in the lineage, right? So now when you look at that, now you'll start to figure out all the nuances and understand, like, oh, this is getting deeper than just, an affair, a wife having an affair with another coach or with another individual, let alone if it's black, let alone so you have to understand this. everybody right now is playing a part. All the women. This is my wife came up to me. She said, "You heard what happened to Nia Long?" I said, "No, I didn't." I said, "I know what happened to the Boston Celtics and the basketball coach."
Ooh.
You know, my mom asked me the same thing. You heard what happened to Nia Long? And I'm just like, she said, "You heard what happened to the Boston Celtics and Nia Long?" I said, I didn't, but I do know what happened to the Boston Celtics and the coach. So, you know, everybody is kind of playing their position and who they're going to champion for, right? If Nia Long, all the women what's the word? Empathizing with Nia Long, you know, what she's going through. And it was one of the things, you know, as a man, if you are cheating, there's some type of infidelity, you know, make sure that you set your woman up for success when it's about to hit the fan. When you know about to hit the fan, make sure you set her up for success so she can leave, especially if y'all have a kid together, so she can leave and get out of the place and be out of sight and knowing that it's going to go down, and then you work out your differences later. But, you know, we do what we're taught. And so take this as a learning experience. Males that are out there, females that are out there, equip your spouse with the tools so they don't lose. All right. So back to what I was saying.
Or just don't do it. I like, look, if you gonna be in the streets, like have the conversation. Like, look, I mean, in the streets, especially if you're in a position of power and things that come up, because it's not just going to embarrass you, it'll embarrass your family, your kids, and everybody. So if it's worth all that. Because nowadays everybody has social media or cameras everywhere. So you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught. I don't care how smooth you are. Just had a conversation. Like, look, man, this hell, everything ain't working out. Let's try to figure something else out. Let's have this conversation, man. It's crazy to be doing that because you don't want to get caught up on the Ring camera.
You don't want to get caught up on the Ring camera. Hey, I gotta dive in deeper. Let me do my thing. So
you still going, guy? Keep it rolling.
I'm still going. I got my glasses on today, baby. Look, I gotta say this. We make it out to seem like it's Udoka's fault, right? You know, and he is at fault. He is at fault because he fell for that banana in the tailpipe. But the woman, I know a lot of women are gonna say protect the women and so forth. But hey, guess what? Look, when you are in this environment, I've been in this environment. When you're in this environment, everything is like of excellence, you know, in your appearance and how you smell and how you show up, and everybody's working out, everybody has money. And when you have a large amount of money, listen to this, y'all. When you have a large amount of money, when you surpass a certain threshold of money, like you have no cares in the world because you can buy an experience over and over and over and over again with cash. Listen to what I'm saying. And so now you don't even have the same notions as everybody else. So the only thing left is two things. You're either going to have an affair because you got so much money, you don't have no excitement in your life, or you're going to mess around and start messing with, you know, these human trafficking in these kids. That's when you have a boatload of money. So here's the deal. So everybody, both parties had something to lose in this. Both parties had something to lose. And she knew what was up, and so did he. And I'm pretty sure, you know, black people don't go around saying, you know, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mess with that and mess with that. Like, it's an idea, but you don't act on it. And so the other person has consent to it. Now, if the other person is married and they're bored with their marriage, but they have everything in the world, but they need to be satisfied in a more of a sexual, consensual way, then, you know, they're going to find a mate. And that's exactly what happened. They wanted to do, they want to be promiscuous and do their thing. And it happened. It transpired. And once they got away with it the first time, they did it again and again and again and again. I had to say that. All right. So so it can be inculcated and impregnated in people's mind that it wasn't just the male. It's just the media that's making you feel like it's just the male. There was no egregious act. He didn't come out like what's my man name? Deshaun
Massage Paula Watson.
Massage Paula Watson. All right. He didn't come out like that, right? So here's the deal. If it's a staffer, right? If it's a staffer, just a staffer, they should bring out the coach and the staffer and reveal both of the parties that were involved, but they did not. And so, which makes you dig deeper into wanting to know more about the situation. Because if I was Udoka, I would sue the SHIT out of the Celtics, the Boston Celtics, because this is one man's. This is not one man. This is a couple of men, a couple of shrewd old men. You know, egos being bruised because it's like, how can my son or how can anybody that's married to this woman go back to that after she didn't got with the guy.
Oh, see, you had all the cryptic conversation, but I see the bigger picture of what you're saying, because you know, in reality, if you have a power structure, power dynamic in the organization, there was already the conversation that was had about this is improper within the organization. So there has to be some repercussions for both sides, right? But in a power dynamic, if someone who is at a higher status is messing with someone who is at a lower status, then you have to investigate to see whether it was consensual or what was going on, whether they felt forced or whether they felt issue with possibly losing their job because of this. You know, if they turn down a situation, but this seemed to be like an elaborate web of stuff that's going on from both sides. I still want to withhold judgment of everything until I know all the specifics about what's happening and how it's going on. I'm just hearing tea leaves. I trust that you have more inside information than I do about this, but I don't want to pontificate on a situation that I think should have been addressed in-house.
Right. It was a private matter that they made public.
Here's a suspension of what we had, but you know, once it came out that he has a wife or fiance still, and he still his fiance for 10 years now. But for him for that situation to come out because it becomes clickbait for people, and people want to know something like this or relationship stuff or power struggle becomes sexier than fraud, welfare fraud, and robbing people of less money.
Right. Ooh, break it down for him, man. Break it down for him, right?
Hey, I just had to say how I felt about that, man. So
you know,
I'm withholding judgment. I want to know the whole thing. I want to know the whole situation. But
I'm not withholding judgment because what's going to happen is that there's going to be so much time lapse that people can come up with their own narratives. You can shoot your own narratives and put it out there, cast it out into the world, and make people believe whatever you want them to believe, right? Because they try to come out with saying that he was harassing these women, but he came out and clearly said it was consensual. Right, but they painted a narrative that he came out and he was harassing these people, and he did this, and so it just leaves the mind and imagination up to whatever. And you like, oh my goodness, I can't believe he did that. And so,
what y'all think, folks? What y'all think about?
Yeah, what does everybody else think? Because
Jay said money is power. I mean, money puts you in certain situations, and people love to go to not just money, but status, the top tier alpha person, that's attractive to people, and people want to be around that. Whether you're successful and famous, you're successful with capital, you're Adonis, good looking person. Those things are going to attract people, first and foremost, and people will come out of their character if you have that to be involved with that.
I mean,
So
that was a part of their character in the past. And so some women, after they have their kids, they try to get their groove back because their youth was robbed, so got in their feelings and wanted revenge. Exactly. Somebody up high. Well, it's just like Ray said, it's a power structure that was infiltrated, right? And so since this power structure was infiltrated by a position that by someone in a position that they created, like it's a powerful position, right? Because everyone else is just like, I can't believe the black man didn't made it this far, and then he didn't mess it up by doing this, right? But he was lured into that. It wasn't just like, that's my victim. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. No, he was lured into that. Some people, it takes two to tango.
Yeah, but he might have been enticed into it, but ain't nobody make that man take his pants off.
He
put his own drawers down, and she put her drawers down. Allegedly.
But how do you know that? He pulled his own drawers down. Anyway, allegedly. I'm just saying.
Right, too far.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me. Hey, I want to get into it. But look, man. So the Celtics organization is saying that they're moving on. They have an interim coach named Joe Mazzulla. And he's the new interim coach for third, and he will be the youngest coach right now. They use a weakness against him. Got to be more careful. Ooh, I like that, Norman. Yeah, but so the Celtics, the organization said that they're moving on. I don't think Udoka is going to ever coach for the Celtics again, right? Because this is a private matter that became public, and so now it has convoluted the whole organization. So the Celtics are not going to win anything for the next decade because the players are confused, they're frazzled. They're frazzled. And the Udoka was someone that they looked up to as like a mentor, a father figure, to help steer them in the right direction, man. So there's no coming back from this. They should let him go, but they're not going to let him go. One, why? Because they don't want to be sued. Because as I mentioned before, I would sue the out of them because this is a private matter that they made public, and then they're trying to humiliate him and also humiliate everything that he has, with his family, and put it out in the public and media. And that's why I would sue. And also, you're concealing the other party's identification. And to protect the Boston Celtics, but every single person on the social media platform is harassing every single female at the Boston Celtics. Now, you're talking about protecting your women. That's not protecting anybody at all. That's allowing the heathens to come in and to do what they do best. And so you cannot do that. That is very selfish. And like someone said, somebody higher up, got in their feelings. And they wanted revenge, and so they're going to have this individual suspended with their team for a whole year, holding out. So he's not able to go coach for another team or whatever else. But he's going to get another coaching job. But they're going to have to pay him his $40 million guaranteed. Well, that's all I got to say.
Well, to move on for this, the reproductive organs and the passion between men and women sometimes is undefeated. Wars have been started over this stuff. So you got to know that you got to have a little bit more, I guess, structure and discipline to or just had a right conversation and understand what the rules are that you got to play by and play those rules.
Right.
Just like Malika Andrews.
Oh, Malika Andrews. Oh, man, I used to love me some Malika Andrews. And that love has faded real quick. Like, ooh. Malika Andrews, yes, I said it. Malika Andrews, oh, my goodness, baby, what's going on? Like, what happened? Like, man, she sounds that she is a pro, for making sure that every single man has to have a great track record. you know, we all are growing and evolving and becoming better than what we were before. But Malika Andrews like to bring up the past history, because that's exactly what she did when she introduced Joe Mazzulla. As soon as she introduced him, she talked about, you know, his success on the court, but then she also talked about his past and everything that had followed him, man. And so she unscriptedly told everybody what his criminal records were, and you know, like, now that time has passed, you know, why are the Celtics picking him as their candidate? Man, hey man, look. The only thing I just want to say with Malika Andrews is just, Malika, don't pick a side, baby. Just be neutral. That'll keep you where you are. And that's it. That's it. I have no hate, no shame for her. I think she's a lovely individual. But I think she's too emotional. And picking a side.
Yo, I was about to say, you about to get in trouble with that. You saying the woman too emotional on that situation.
Well, it just takes away from her professionalism. That's all. That's all. It takes away from her professionalism, you know. So you don't want to get too emotional in a professional setting and say something, project something, make other people feel a certain type of way, and then when it doesn't pan out like that, you don't go in with an apology and make your wrongs right, you know, because guess what? The other people are still simmering with that anger and that energy that you projected on them. So you just have to be mindful of the role that you play and the role model that you are, and the position of power that you have to influence people and their minds.
My own take on that is about whether you're a reporter, a journalist, or an opinion person. Like, are you giving your opinion on this coach? Are you just reporting about what happened? Which I think that is supposed to be her role, that she's reporting on what happens in the news and in sports, and not casting judgment about this guy. But hey, she's open and willing to speak her mind about it, or speak her mind about what it is. But yeah, I think that was not a great take to come out and continue to point that out. If the man had already gone through his vetting process, the Boston Celtics has gone through and had this conversation, they know that something has happened in this man's past. But obviously, he's made atonement for it, and he's put himself in a situation where he can be an NBA coach,
right?
Which apparently the bar is low. So, but
Malika said, "You got to be Jesus to coach these."
I ain't hiring nobody right now for the NBA. So hey, it's hot in here.
It is, boy.
Besides, the only person that's this clean, that has been this clean, is LeBron James.
Hey, shout out to LeBron James. Woo! LBJ.
Billionaire LeBron James has had the pressure on him since he was a kid. He's a kid in high school, and had the pressure on him to hear everything's gonna be in front of you. You got the money, you got the power. You should fail. You should be out here. If that's the case, LeBron should have all these issues against him, but he has conducted himself in a manner that is stellar. You know, he is human, so he has made some mistakes, I'm sure, but you know,
they've all been in private.
I haven't heard. I mean, because everybody trying to find something on this man.
Always,
he got too much power. So they're trying to find something on him. So if it hadn't come out yet, man, hey, he's buying a pickleball team. So I'm sure there's going to be an investigation into why you buying a owner in Major League Pickleball, which is coming to a court near you. If y'all don't know what pickleball is.
The numbers in pickleball, it's him, Draymond Green, and a couple of other people as well. But the number in pickleball, they said alone in 2020 and between 2020 and 2022. The attention and the players are at 4.8 million people. So by 2025, they will have about 40 million people involved in pickleball. So they are positioning themselves to win in pickleball. and being owners. So I love it, man. Shout out to LeBron James and the what's the name of their agency? Clutch Sports. Yeah. Shout out to LeBron James and Clutch Sports for y'all doing your thing, man. So
yeah, they doing their thing, man. And so the big thing with pickleball, if y'all don't even know what pickleball is, it's like mini court tennis. It's like you playing table tennis on a real court, it's half the size. So that's kind of what pickleball is, and people are all over it. Right. You don't have to run that much. So enjoy pickleball. Also, got to give a shout out to Kevin Durant, who's invested with Billie Jean King into the women's professional volleyball league, professional volleyball league. Okay. Unlike Brett Favre, he actually using his own money.
We bringing up Brett Favre again. Look, we got to keep bringing up Brett Favre because nobody's keeping the same energy that Malika didn't talk about Brett Favre in a way that was disgusting and despicable. She definitely did.
Unlike Shannon Sharp did. Shannon Sharp came out and skewered
barbecue
chicken.
Let me tell you something. You're gonna tell me Brett Favre gonna steal from the poor and then build a facility? Skip, you got to be out of your mind, man. I don't get it, Skip. I don't get it.
Ooh, man. Lord.
Look. I don't get it, but man, Brett Favre, I don't understand. I just want to see what they're going to do about Brett Favre, man. But speaking of Brett Favre and speaking of everything else, I'm going to jump into baseball. Aaron Judge, this man right here is a phenom. Look, man, he out there hitting home runs like it's nothing, and he eating food with it like. I just hit my 61st home run. It ain't nothing. Look, man, he out here doing his thing. Look, shout out to Aaron Judge for hitting his 61st home run. He just made history, and he just surpassed Roger Morris in baseball in the record for the most home runs in a season. So, well, man, that's awesome.
That's a Yankees record. That's not the Major League Baseball record because Barry Bonds still got that joint. And so y'all can talk about Barry all you want, but Barry's my dude. And Barry was a bad man before anybody had some allegations on him.
There we go.
So I don't
allegedly.
I don't want to hear it. His head did get bigger. and his head did get a lot bigger, and he started crushing home runs even more so. but hey, that's besides the point. He still got to hit the ball. The man was walked more than anybody else in baseball history that season too.
Right.
But
Miss Walker, she said, my husband is painting 2 pickleball courts on our tennis court. Enough room for 2 more. Not too much money involved.
Yeah. It's like badminton with smaller rackets.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah, look, but Aaron Judge, man, they loving Aaron Judge right now. He's doing his thing. So I gotta celebrate him. Yeah. Nobody's checked his blood yet to see whether he is taking any of that clear, that juice. But this man that hit 61 home runs and still going. So shout out to Aaron Judge. I mean, yeah. So man, do your thing, man.
Right, do your thing, bro. Man,
yeah.
NCAA. Stephen F. Austin whooped up on Warner Brothers University. I mean, not Warner Brothers. Look, they should have warned the brother because they got told up.
Listen, I don't even know how you allow this game. Warner is a NAIA school that's a small Christian private school that was 0-3 on the season, and then you playing a Division I team in Stephen F. Austin.
It's a money game. It's a money game. Like
I know. I mean, that's a money game, but sheesh, like you gotta schedule better than that. Like there's other teams you can play.
Yeah, they were probably like the coaches were like, we need this money, we need this bag. Let's go ahead and get it. You look, y'all, we're gonna play Stephen F. Austin, and we're gonna win. And no, you're not, because Stephen F. Austin put in their fourth dairy. They put in their fourth dairy. They put in their walk-ons, and they were still crushing them. Still. So it's like they were playing a high school team. So, man, that was uncalled for. The next time Warner plays anybody, they need a Warner brother, because they don't want to get this beat down anymore. All right.
I mean, they should have just forfeited the game. They was already getting beat by the NAIA schools terribly. So, like, you're going to get some kids hurt out there when you're going up against folks like this. I mean, Stephen F. Austin, they ain't no gorilla of a team. You know, they're no D1. They're not like the super gorilla of a team, man. But and you have some teams that are in different leagues or lower levels that can compete with teams like a Stephen F. Austin or something like that. But, man, this is just unacceptable. Unacceptable. Warner, they put the defensive back in at quarterback and let him score touchdowns.
The fourth dairy. I told you.
I remember doing this in high school because I coached at a small Christian high school, and we had a juggernaut of a team and won CIF in 2018. We played some teams and just we knew going in it wasn't even fair. So after the first quarter, we putting in linemen to run the ball. We just trying just trying stuff. And still end up 62-0 or 70-0. So I know how it happens because you can't just stop playing.
Right.
But was it worse that they scored 98, or was it worse they had 5 minutes left and took a knee so they wouldn't score 100?
I think it was worse because they scored the 98, and then they just took a knee. Like we still got ball to play.
No, man. Look, if you gonna score 98 on me, you better keep playing. You ain't gonna just keep embarrassing me by taking a knee right here.
5
minutes
run
the
left.
Ball all the way down the field, take a knee when we go in there, so we don't score 100 on you.
Man, you said they were a Christian school. I'm pretty sure they was praying all night long.
But who was that has the biggest loss? Was that Georgia Tech beat somebody like 200-1 or something?
Yeah, it was like 120 something. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, it was like 177. I forgot who it was. And I don't want to shout out anybody because then people will come here like, hold up, that wasn't us. So if somebody could do that research and just let us know.
Yeah, that was your boys. Georgia Tech beat Cumberland University 222-0. That's in 1916. But good gosh, come on, man. How you even let that happen?
I don't even know. I don't know. Look, I'm just happy to be a part of the history, so that's all I can tell you.
Look, well, that's what your boy out there saying that he gonna beat people like that.
Who is that?
Tyson Fury out there saying he gonna beat people like
hey man,
like
Tyson Fury, boxing, Mr. Tyson Fury, Mr. Boxing Champion, man. Look, Tyson Fury said, I'm knocking people out. Hey, mate, you want to come and get some of these fingers, these hands, these knuckles? Look, I'm going to give them to you. So I'm really excited about this Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I think it's going to be really great. I think they're both going to fight up to the expectation. And it's the clash of the Titans. You got
Joshua still hasn't signed the contract, though.
Joshua still haven't.
They said he agreed to it, but he apparently on Fury's side, he said he hadn't signed the contract.
Oh man, it's he say, she say. But man, once they get into once they have their weigh in and they talk, right? I think they're going to be ready to go, and everybody knows it's going to be. I mean, everyone knows the show is about to begin, and the Titans are going to clash. And who you going for? That's all I want to know.
Oh man, I got it. There's only one Tyson Fury. There's only one. Appreciate you, Norman. Sorry, I couldn't get to Dallas this weekend to catch up with you, my man. But there's only one Tyson Fury, man. I think Anthony Joshua, if he does take this fight, that he will give it his best shot. He matches up well size wise, but I think Tyson Fury is just too good, man. He's just too good. He'll outbox him. He'll do whatever he needs to do. So, what did David say?
Says I'm about to drive, so I'm only listening in. If you're making it here this weekend, hit my inbox. Meet what?
DFW is a barbecue. Yeah, I was going to be going to Dallas this weekend, but plans changed. Plans changed. Yeah. So
it's all right though. It's all right because ain't nobody calling me.
I know. I'll be there in spirit. I'll be there in spirit, man. And so I mean, you keep going over to the talk about Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be a cool fight. But I want to get to this new thing. I don't know if y'all seen this. They got a new thing called phone booth boxing. They literally have you seen those old school London little red phone booths? They put two people in there, and you just gotta sit in there and rumble if you can. They swinging on each other. I'm like, man, what the hell is going on in here?
They are duking it out.
And then when the dude gets slept, he just laying down in the phone booth like this, waiting for somebody to open the door. I'm like, how is this even legal? I mean, they're doing it right. Oh, they're doing it in Russia.
Right, they're doing it in Russia. It's happening in Russia, and it's legal for whatever reason. But yes, they are out there duking it out, knocking each other out, and then get up and hug. And I don't get it.
You can't run nowhere. You can barely throw a punch in that joint. It's so small.
Right. They just it's a Royal Rumble within a phone booth, man. And I'm just like, where's Superman at in all of this?
But how you even watching it? You can't see the
blows. You don't you trying to slow it down, and this is the part where he got knocked out.
I wonder, is there actual phone in there? Can you use a phone to smack somebody in the head with it?
No phone is in the phone booth, man. So it's just two men getting in there, and their backs are facing each other, and when they blow the horn, it's about bam, boom, boom. They just turn around, Royal Rumble, and whoever falls down, they are the losers. So then the referee just sticks his hand in. Sticks his hand in and say, wait. And both fighters stop fighting. And then after that, they open the door, usher them out, and they say who the winner is. And
hey, man, what is going on right now? You got pickleball, you got pillow fighting is a sport. They playing cornhole tournaments championships on ESPN. My athletic career is apparently not over. I mean, I can find something that I could play now and be a champion.
Hey, breakdancing is the new thing, man. So I'm all for breakdancing.
Yeah, that breakdancing, that's a lot of movement. That's gonna hurt right now.
Well, speaking of hurting, man, look, we got to talk about it before we get to our picks. Brett Favre. I just want to say it again. Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm.
How are we not talking about Brett Favre? And why is nobody even bringing up the point that he texted? Will the media find out about this? That was an incriminating text, knowing that there's a possibility that you can get caught because what we are doing is illegal. Nobody's talking about it. That's all I want to say. Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, is Brett Favre guilty? It doesn't make any sense.
Nobody want to talk about that, man. And so it is real crazy of how the scandal is continuing to grow. Yes. There was an article in the Washington Post talking about how far the Mississippi issues go way deeper than just what Brett Favre did. Said 2017, a Mississippi nonprofit called Operation Shoestring received a federal grant worth more than $200,000. But when the organization sought to renew the funding a year later, the money was no longer available.
Ooh, hey man, I lived in Mississippi, so I can talk about my state. I can talk about my state.
They said the Mississippi's widening welfare scandal involves tens of millions of dollars and has that has embroiled the state's former governor. So when you start opening up the onion, man, people start to cry. Stuff starts to happen. If you want to investigate and you go deeper and deeper, like Achilles said earlier, this needs to go to trial. This needs to be. We cannot let Brett Favre, the former governor, all these people that misappropriated welfare funds, and then be out talking about y'all. These folks need to get off welfare. Like it's a handout, but you taking the money and using it for your personal gain.
That's it.
Money that is supposed to be helping children in a state that has one of the worst rates of childhood hunger and poverty in the whole country. So
economics, it's the weakest economic state in the United States.
Yeah, but I mean, we all should be pissed off about this. We all should be pissed off about this.
More so than the stuff that happened in Boston.
Yeah, that man was like that happened something.
The stuff in Boston is only affecting the people within that organization. It's not affecting the fans. It's not affecting but this is affecting a whole state. A whole state. Like, where's the energy at in that? Like, people not getting mad. No, you need to hold that energy, Malika Andrews. Yeah, I said it.
Oh man. So Lord. They had some more texts come out. So I guess this is shortly after Brian had left the office. Bennett's text him asked Brett not to do the things he's doing to seek funding from state agencies and the legislature for the volleyball facility. As you know, Mississippi Higher Learning has a process, and we request to get approval for projects, and he is doing those outlines. I will see for the umpteenth time if we can get him to stand down. Bottom line is, personally guarantee the project on this word of the handshake. So it's time for him to pay up. Then the text says maybe he wants the states to pay off his promises. I like all of us. I like Brett. He is a legend to understand what the pledge means. I tried many times to explain this to him. So there was a person that was trying to explain this to him that you can't do this, but they decided to do it anyway.
I lived in Mississippi. That's all I can say to you. I know how it goes down. Shout out to everybody in Mississippi.
Well, they have receipts, so I'd love to see all this come out.
I don't think they're gonna let this come out. They're gonna treat it just like how the FBI treated their phones whenever they got raided the next day. They were just like, we can't find the text messages. I don't even know what happened to it. Like, how? But let that be us. And we trying to have some type of scandal, and we trying to hide our text messages. What's gonna happen? They gonna like, give me that phone. Here it is, right here.
Maybe Brett Favre can do a 45 and say, you know what? I was thinking about it, and everything is declassified.
Declassified.
I was thinking about it.
I was thinking about it.
You can't make this stuff up, man. You cannot. Like you said, people of power sometimes do stupid stuff.
No, it's only stupid because to us, you understand where the ceiling is. You understand where the ceiling is, and so you understand if you go too high, you're gonna hit your head on the ceiling, right? And you are conditioned to that. But people with money, there's no ceiling for them. And so they don't care how they look, if they hit their head, if they in a monogamous relationship, fidelity, infidelity. They don't care because they got all the money. They can buy back their feelings. That's what they say. That's what they say.
Man, hey, I've seen enough NDAs and cash payments go out for people. I can't even get into it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm with you on that. But that's another episode, or maybe behind the scenes OnlyFans episode. So anyway,
I can't talk about that. All right, we gotta get into these NFL picks.
Let's go ahead and do it, man.
Right? I mean, we're not gonna get to this one yet, but the Dolphins versus the Bengals. That's tonight.
That's tonight.
And there is high drama because Tyreek Hill has told Eli Apple, "I owe you, boy." He said, "So be ready. I owe you."
Who is Eli Apple?
He is the defensive back for the Bengals. When the Bengals beat them the last 2 times, took them out of going to the Super Bowl with Tyreek Hill.
He said, "I owe
Chiefs.
you." Oh, man. Who you going for then?
Man, the Dolphins are flying high right now. They're playing with a purpose. Tua is out here shutting up all of his doubters.
But hold on. I'm gonna throw this caveat in there. He did get a concussion protocol last week, so
they said it wasn't. They said it wasn't concussion. They said that he hurt his back.
Okay, all right. Let's keep going.
Hey,
okay.
This man was out there looking like Trevor Burbick when Tyson hit him. He was out there. I'm like, you know what?
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you. Look to all the football players out there. Don't die. Don't let them kill you.
Don't let them kill you, man. I'm going with the Dolphins. I'm going with the Dolphins
too. Good, cool, man. They were just like, how many fingers am I holding up? 3. All right, good. Sounds good. You sound good. All right.
4, 5, 5th.
Say the alphabets backwards. Oh, don't even worry about it. People in their right mind can't say the alphabet backwards.
Oh man! All right. So, Vikings and the Saints. They over in London.
I'm sorry. I'm going with the Dolphins as well. I got the Dolphins.
Got you. Vikings and Saints. They over in London. They playing the game in London. Famous Jameis. He's hurt too, but he said he playing. Kirk Cousins throwing the ball like he hurt. These are 2 teams that are struggling to find their identity. So I'm
struggling to find a pick. Like,
I can't. The Vikings just don't look good to me right now. I mean, they just don't look like they should be doing anything other than just hanging out in Minnesota. I mean, although they are 2-1, they found a way to win, but they just don't look good. So I think I'm going with the Saints. I think the Saints have got to win this game. They won't fall too far behind in the NFC South.
So I think the only way both of these teams are going to have to rely on their run game, and the Vikings. I mean, their running back, he is solid. Forgot his name. I can't Cook. Dalvin Cook, man. So he's not able to do it all by himself. I think they have some other good backups as well. But if I had to choose, I would go with the Saints only because they had the 1-2 punch with Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram. And so they're going to put the game on their backs and let them do their thing. And I think Jameson, he's going to come in and throw maybe like 1 touchdown and 2 picks. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't trust him because but he can go off and throw 6 touchdowns.
He can go off. He's a Eli Manning in darker skin. So but I'll say this: he's better than Baker Mayfield. All right,
better than Baker. Yes. Yes. But is he better than Geno Smith? With the Seahawks. That's the next one. We got the Seahawks versus the Lions.
Man, the thing about it, Geno is building confidence, man, and I'm liking it. The Lions, they lost last week, surprisingly, to the Vikings. And the Seahawks are playing in Detroit. I think the Lions might win this one, man. I think they may pull it out. Just because they're playing at home. And they still, they're building on their momentum and they've been winning, something that they haven't been doing in the past. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lions.
They don't have Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think he might be out there, their number 1 receiver. So coming in to see what the Seahawks play within themselves, even though they're not that good. they play within their game plan. If they don't get behind, they can hand the ball off to Rashad Penny over and over again and just kind of do what they do. And I think they hold up. The Lions' offense is sporadic.
All right, so I might have to switch my pick. I'm gonna go with the Lions on this one.
I got the Seahawks coming in.
Sounds good.
Jets versus the Steelers.
I'm going with the Steelers.
Yeah.
The Jets can fly away.
Yeah, I don't even know why they even playing anymore. Like they show like signs of being able to do something. But they are getting back Zach Wilson now, their quarterback, so he's making clear to play and start. So
no, it's still gonna lose. They gotta lose to win.
but it's two bad quarterbacks. I mean, Trubisky is horrible. Like, he can't find the receivers. You got some new receivers that's out there catching ball with one hand. And you can't get them the ball, man. I'm still going with the Steelers.
Hey, yeah, I'm going with the Steelers. They're gonna steal this game, and the Jets gonna fly away. So Steelers it is.
All right, Bears and the Giants.
I think the Giants might take their what is this? Their first loss? No, second loss, right? Yeah, I think they might take their second loss. I think the Bears might beat them on this one. Yeah, I know. I said it. Yeah, I said it. I said it reluctantly, but I said it.
Yeah, you know what? The Giants showed me something, the other day. That on Monday night, there was a little bit of juice that came out of what's his name, Saquon Barkley. He's playing tough again. Their receivers can't catch a cold. They just lost Sterling Shepard too. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna go with the Bears, man. I think the Giants start to fall back down. They go back into what they do. Galladay, I don't know what is wrong with him. That man can't catch the ball.
Did he used to play for the Cowboys?
No, he played for the Giants.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
He plays for Giants. No, he played for the Lions. He played for the Lions.
That's right. He did. He did play for the Lions. All right. So we got the Bears on that.
That's sacrilege. Don't talk about the Cowboys like that.
we got the Titans and the Colts, man. Who you got?
We saw a Derrick Henry sighting last week. This man started to run the ball, and they got the ball into his hands. So as long as they do that, I'm gonna go with the Titans to start to keep it going.
The Colts surprised me how they dominated and beat whoever did they beat the Chiefs. When they beat the Chiefs 20-something-0. So I might go with the Colts on this one, man.
The Colts are 1-1-1. And so, they're going to figure it out, I guess. We'll see.
What a record like that, man. Look, they have their quarterback, Matt Ryans, and
if mediocre was a team, it's the Colts.
I'm gonna go with the Colts on this one, man. There's a possibility that the Titans might win.
The Chargers and Texans. Chargers.
Man, like last week, the Chargers sucked balls. they look pitiful.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, man, do I go against the Chargers? And I'm thinking I should, but I'm not going to. I'm going to say the Chargers on this one. But man, like they can't suck it up like they did last week. Everybody talking about Justin Herbert, but he didn't do that last week.
They got a lot of injuries up there.
Man, look, they got a lot of injuries everywhere. Man, play ball.
Play ball. Next man up.
Right.
Thanks, Sid. Appreciate you.
Man, appreciate you, Sid. Look, the Browns. The Browns versus the Falcons.
Oh, I got to go with ATL, shorty. The Browns, I just don't know. I mean, I like their two-headed monster at running back. I like what they're doing over there. I know Norman ain't happy about this. The Browns are 2-1, but the Falcons, man, with Mariota and their young receiving crew. Hold on. They said Patterson out. Oh, he was out. He was out Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm about to switch my.
You talking about they running back?
Cordell,
right?
yeah.
That boy right there, he's a beast.
He was held out for a veteran rest day. Okay, they had to have me go to my fantasy football and be like, oh, I got to switch my whole team up.
A veteran rest day. I never heard of that, but that's awesome. Man, more power to you. He's a workhorse, man. So
that man is their whole team.
I almost pulled the trigger and went to ATL for the game. Norman said he out there, man. The Browns versus the Falcons. We got my man Norman said he has the Browns. I'm gonna go with the Browns on this one, man. I mean that two-headed monster in the backfield, man. Look, they know what they're doing, and plus they Chubbs. Is it Chubbs? Nick Chubb. He heading back to Georgia. What it do 4 years? So he gonna have he gonna ball out.
Yeah, that's I like it. I like it. But
so I'm going with Cleveland.
I'm going with ATL and ATL. The fans come out there rowdy. Norman, it's good you didn't go down there. You saw it last time they had something on World Star. They was out there fighting in the stands, and then they're fighting out at the concession center. ATL off the chain. They off the chain.
Right. If you don't know, you don't give them. I don't give a. They out there, boy.
Out there doing the most.
Right. Man, so who we got next? Man, we got the Commanders versus the Cowboys. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
I was like, what? This man out here tripping. You know what it is. You know what it is. Cooper came in rushing. You got my man Zeke out here doing his thing. He looking like the old Zeke, and then we got that 1-2 punch for him and Tony Pollard.
Oh man!
And then CeeDee Lamb decided he can catch a ball. He dropped one big one, but
hey, he caught that ball with his left hand, the same left hand that he used to take that phone away from his girlfriend when she was He was like, "Bam, give me that, baby." Give me that. Give me that.
We got Michael Gallup coming back. There is no QB controversy. Dak will be back once he gets settled in. I mean, even though Cooper Rush will be 3-0 or 4-0 as a starter, but he's managing the game well. He's doing what he's supposed to do. But the key to us right now is our defense. If y'all watch our defense, them boys are flying around. Diggs is locking people up. He almost had another pick six. He got another pick, beautiful pick. And who in the league can block Micah Parsons? He is causing havoc. D. Lawrence is like, okay, thank you, because you got double team this man, so I'm getting sacks. He had 4 sacks last game? So
yeah, he did.
And then we going up against Carson Wentz.
Yeah, he should have went with the sentence.
This might be like Stephen F. Austin and Warner.
And they need the Warner brother.
yeah. Next, hey, thanks,
All right. So yeah, man, I'm going with the Cowboys on this one, man. Man, your uncle said, "Love your nephew, man. Appreciate it." Look, your uncle look like he looking like he. If you want to ride with me,
yeah, that's ATL. He out there cleaning the Board of Health.
Look who we got next, man. We got the Jaguars and the Eagles, man. I'm going with the Eagles, man. I don't know, for whatever reason they're trying to build up Trevor Lawrence, but I'm not seeing it. And I think they are winning some games. He has some good pieces around him, but I don't see him being the leader that can take his team to where he needs to take them to.
Man,
I think, but I'm going with the Eagles.
I hate to say it, the Eagles is rolling. They rolling. They playing well right now. So. They're gonna be 4-0, coming in. So, but I got to go with the Eagles. They just playing well, man. They really playing well. Jalen Hurts is doing his thing, and Jacksonville is hurting them. Not up to par right now for that. So, as much as I want to pick Jacksonville, I got to go with the Eagles.
Wow, yeah, I'm going with the Eagles on that one, man. The Ravens and the Bills, baby. The Ravens and the Bills, baby. Look. The Ravens are going to win this game. That's all I got to say.
In Baltimore.
And you have 2 great quarterbacks. And we're going to see who's going to win. And I know it's the Ravens. The Ravens going to come out. Look, Lamar Jackson, he don't have to play up to nobody's nobody's abilities. Everybody has to play up to his abilities, because if he tries to compare himself to anybody, it's just going to lower his stats and lower who he is. And I just want to say this: shout out to New Era 8, because they are going to win it. Ravens flock together. That's all I got to say. Bam. I'm going with the Ravens.
You know what? I knew you was going there. And
go with the whole team.
You know what? And it's going to be a high-scoring affair. I mean, this is not your mama's Ravens, not your daddy's old Ravens that would play and toe-to-tater and lock up on defense.
Right,
these boys will put up some points on you real quick with number 8. So Buffalo has that same speed and intensity. They can do the same thing. So I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. The Buffalo lost a tough one last week. if it's any consolation to see their offensive coordinator going crazy like that again, I think he will be frustrated again this week. Instead of throwing his iPad, he'll be throwing crab legs at the wall, and the Ravens will win.
Look, man, I do want to point that out real quick because that was aggression. That was a lot of aggression.
What?
Because we kind of praising it, not us, but other people are praising it. Like oh, that was a part of the game, that was passion. But you got to remember, if he had a little darker skin, they would be like, "This is a problem." Just calling it out. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, we're going to say that. I think it might be a little weather too. I think they might have remnants from Ian coming up there. So everybody in Florida, hopefully y'all safe, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be some remnants up that part by Sunday. So
we shall see. But the Ravens, they're gonna win that. All right, so Cardinals and the Panthers, man. Who we got? I got the Cardinals.
Okay, I can never go with Baker Mayfield.
I got the Cardinals, man.
Cardinals, man.
Cardinals, man. Broncos and Raiders.
That's ooh.
And they playing in Vegas.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Raiders, man. Russell Westbrook. What's his name? Russell Wilson been out here playing like Russell Westbrook right now. He's struggling. He is going to be
struggling
in Las Vegas, and you know what they got in Las Vegas? Strip clubs and wings.
But you already know Sierra gonna be like, not my goodies.
She might be in on a pole.
Going to the next Patriots versus Packers, man. So so I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Okay, yeah, Raiders. Even.
Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders. Patriots or the Packers.
I got Packers, man. I think it's in Green Bay. What's the Packers? Patriots. Mac Jones. He ain't playing well, man.
No. But he's not playing. He's not playing. He had a high ankle sprain. Look, your boy.
Oh yeah, he is out.
Oh yeah, man. My boy landed on his leg. It looked like.
Oh yeah. He was hobbling off.
So he was hobbling off. Yeah, man. So
they
looks
in
really
trouble.
bad. Yeah, they in
trouble.
I mean, well, you know what? They don't know anything about the backup quarterback, so we'll see.
Yeah, they losing.
Yeah. All right. So Murray has gotten paid, nothing to prove. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. But the Cardinals are going to win. Chiefs versus Bucks. That's a Sunday night football game. We got my man Cedric over here saying, "Hey, enjoying the show, fellas. Thankfully, the Bucks and Chiefs will play here in Tampa on Sunday." Oh,
yeah, okay. Yes, said got you. I think they missed. Ian missed Tampa a little bit, so glad you okay down there, man. So
yeah, glad you're okay.
They playing the game, man. So enjoy that. Enjoy that. The Chiefs and Bucks. I got the Chefs, man. I think the Bucks is in a little turmoil. They got a lot of injuries. Tom Brady starting to look a little old and weathered. Giselle in his ear, so he ain't sleeping right. So I think I'm going with the Chiefs. I think they get off the schneid and they come back and are impressive.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. Even though they have everything going on, I think the game is going to be an escape for them to be able to focus and do what they do best. And with the weather, with what's going on at home, with Tom, and he finds his silence and himself whenever he's playing. So I'm gonna go with the Bucks on this one, man. Yeah, I even though I want the Chefs to win, I think the Bucks are gonna pull this one out.
All right, Monday night, Rams versus the Niners.
I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah, you don't like Jimmy G and the crew.
I do like Jimmy G and the crew. But I don't feel that Jimmy G and the crew can pull this thing off just because of the bad blood that the 49ers created. Right? They were like, hey, Jimmy G, you're on the bench. Hey, Lance, you're up. And then Lance get hurt. Then they were like, Jimmy G, we're going to pay you. But you can go ahead and go back to the Playboy Mansion and enjoy yourself over there. All right? And you're going to be the backup for right now. we're going to look to trade you, or you can go find your own team. But now the starting quarterback gets hurt. Now Jimmy G has to come back. And so, he has a chip on his shoulder. He just out there playing. He paid. He got the Playboy mention. Like, look, Jimmy G living his life. So whether he win and he lose, he not even tripping. But
yeah. I got to go with the Rams too. Trent Williams is out for the 49ers. That's the big left tackle. That's Mr. Blindside himself. They got a bunch of other injuries on the offensive line. So Jimmy G is in for a sack party.
No pun intended.
No pun intended, man. I think he's in a lot of trouble. So
right.
Yeah, that's it. I got to go with the freaking Rams.
Yeah, man. So the Rams it is, man. Those are our picks for the week. Those are my picks for the week, man. As we heading out, man, any words of wisdom for the audience, man?
And be safe out there, man, and take everything in your health and your opportunities. Don't take them for granted. We got a lot of people that are passing away who are heroes.
Oh, Coolio.
Yeah. My man Coolio,
Paradise.
Man, David Arnold. I mean, you had a lot of folks that at young ages that are passing away, man. So take care of your health, take care of yourself. Be out there and enjoy the moments and opportunities that life gives you. So, shout out to everybody in Florida and Georgia that's going through it. I'm flying to Georgia on Monday, so I'll be around that area. So, shout out to everybody, man, and enjoy it and be safe this weekend. Tomorrow, I'm going to see Wu-Tang and Nas, though.
Hey, Wu-Tang. Nice, baby. Don't give up. Look, my words of advice is it's the same thing what Ray was just saying. And take care of yourself. Like when someone when an iconic person passes, the things that we should think about is one, give our condolences. But two is how can we avoid that? So what are we doing today to help us avoid, an early death? So just think about the things that you're putting into your body, from your physical standpoint, from your mental standpoint, from the spiritual standpoint, from your emotional standpoint. Just be mindful of the things that you're putting into your body, because those small things lead up to the big things. And so in order for you to prolong your life, be mindful of how you take care of it and your health and your diet. So those are my words and my wisdom. And enjoy your Thursday and enjoy your weekend, because it's a good life. So, like Ray always say, if you know better, do better, man.
Know better, do better, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Oh, yeah, and I got my audiobook coming out pretty soon, too. So I just want to go ahead and put that plug in. Get that. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So that's it for the show. We actually went over, but we was having a good time today.
Yep. Go like and subscribe. Go like and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, please do. Please do. Tell your mama, tell your cousin, tell your friends, tell your brother, sister, mistress. Did I say mistress?
Udoku.
And the Baltimore Celtics and the person that they hiding as well. So I had to throw that out there.
There you go.
All right. So anyway, y'all have a great Thursday. Thank you for joining us for Ringside with Ray and Prince. Man, we will see y'all next Thursday.
Peace. Yeah.
Peace, y'all.